Hello everyone! We are the second group of BSc Science 3-1s for this course, Field Study 1. I am Don King D. Ugite, the team leader, and along with my members, Margaret Tanael, Grace Jubel de Jesus, Joanne Frias, Roxana Costa, and Lady Lay Diaz. For this video, we will be talking about our journey as a student teachers and observers during the last few months. For this journey, we were tasked to observe the science teachers of grade 9 learners and the grade 9 Aquino of Bautista National High School, which also assigned as our research teacher, Ma'am Febran Velasquez. This experience has taught and enabled us to learn and accomplish the 7 activities and modules that were given to us as our supplementary learning guide. Our first step into the field, focus on identifying real classroom needs, ensures that professional development is purposeful and directly impact student outcomes in the long run. By observing a lack of scientific calculators during physics lesson at Bautista National High School, I learned that professional growth should never be generic. Instead, it must be address material unreadiness and foundational struggles that prevent students from reaching higher order thinking skills.
The second worksheet that was given to us made us recognize how a teacher who projects an encouraging behavior can help set a positive emotional climate that is essential for effective learning. From my own experience as a student, I believe that a teacher's mood can either make or break a classroom atmosphere. It is much easier for students to interact and ask questions when they know their teacher is open and approachable. I see how important it is for a teacher to make a good impression through their behavior toward their learners. Beyond behavior, making a classroom organized and safe through bulletin boards and class rules is a vital learning task. Creating clear classroom rules ensures that student safety is treated as being just as important as the learning itself. I observe that upholding principles like shared routines, such as picking up the trash, consistently influences learners to be responsible. These routines help in building a healthy and conducive learning environment that supports the well-being of every student. Ultimately, a well-managed classroom is built upon rules and regulations set right from the very first day. This worksheet is heavily connected in the PPST domains number 2 and 7, as it focuses on students' learning environment and their personal growth, and when it comes to their values and their behaviors. For example, the evident implementation of rules and regulations for expected behaviors of the learners is what makes the classroom a space where the future people of the community are being practiced and molded into people with values and manners.
The third worksheet focused on making us notice how understanding learners individually is a crucial part of teaching because every student has unique needs and abilities. By carefully observing them, teachers can identify specific strengths and challenges more accurately for better lesson intervention. Knowing students on an individual level helps in planning lessons that are more suitable and meaningful for everyone. Being a teacher whose patience, flexibility, and attentiveness to students can create a teacher who is able to adjust his or her teaching strategies to meet different learning needs and provide equal opportunities. These observations are inclined with the PPST domain number 3, the diversity of learners, where the teacher is able to respond to the different needs and abilities of the students. This experience has taught me that effective teaching truly starts with knowing your learners well enough to respond appropriately to their growth.
Ensuring that the alignment of a lesson plan guarantees the objectives, activities, and assessment all meet the same goal. When a lesson is aligned, students understand what they are expected to learn and teachers see if its strategies work. Proper alignment prevents confusion and wasted time, making the lesson more organized and purposeful for the learners. Crafting the budget of work deepened my understanding of how lessons are sequenced over time. I realized the importance of distributing topics properly and aligning them specifically with the required MELCS. Ensuring that each lesson builds on the previous one is a fundamental aspect of successful curriculum planning. Careful planning helps maintain a clear direction, making my teaching more structured, balanced, and effective. During the activity, I noted that all parts of the lesson must work together toward a common learning goal. Proper sequencing of topics allows the students to build their scientific knowledge progressively and logically. Such activities are heavily inclined in the fourth PPSC domain, which is all about curriculum and planning. This activity strongly reflects this domain because of the creation of a budget of work. Make sure that each lesson is built on previous one, a fundamental aspect of a successful curriculum planning. This just shows how an effective planning contributes to better classroom instruction and a significantly improved student understanding.
Feedback is a vital part of the learning journey, especially for us as student teachers in the field. We received plenty of feedbacks and constructive criticism from our resource teacher, Ma'am Febren. After our final demonstration teaching session, she encouraged us to pursue teaching with joy and hope that it would eventually become our true passion. These constructive criticisms serve as a stepping stone and a guide for what we need to improve.
Being able to teach the students ourselves and handle one session of learning have shown us how important it is to master the content of our lesson. But not only that, but also be able to know how to deliver this knowledge effectively. As we strive to be the future educators, we will apply these insights to our future teaching tasks in hopes to ensure that me and my team's pedagogical practices remain sharp. This experience helped us see the goals of the PPST domain number 5, which is all about assessment and reporting, wherein our observation shown us how valuable it is to take on feedback and reports of our own abilities in order to improve it along the way.
While classroom assessment is vital in the K-12 Philippine context as it ensures learning is continuous and aligned with standards, it also helps teachers monitor progress, identify weaknesses, and adjust instruction to meet the diverse needs of learners. Assessment promotes accountability and supports evidence-based decisions for improving our overall teaching strategies. In a learner-centered classroom, assessments encourage active participation and help students understand their own progress. Teachers have an ethical responsibility to report progress honestly, fairly, and accurately. This includes providing objective feedback based on actual performance and maintaining the confidentiality of student records. We must ensure transparency so that parents and students clearly understand areas that need improvement. Ethical reporting reflects our professionalism and builds a foundation of trust between the teacher and at the home. Through this, the PPST domain number 6, community linkages and professional engagement, is being practiced and slowly attained in our student-teacher teaching experience. This domain is clearly demonstrated through seeing and recognizing how essential it is to ensure the transparency so that parents and students clearly understand areas that needs improvement to further support student learning.
School community partnerships are fundamental because schools are part of a larger ecosystem involving families and local groups. Establishing external connections allows schools to tap into additional resources and social support that enhance learning. These linkages foster a sense of shared responsibility, proving that learning extends far beyond the classroom walls. Through this, the embodiment of the PPST Domain 7, personal growth and professional development of us student teachers are being practiced. In circumstances like this, we as future teachers serve as the vital bridge between the classroom and the wider community because a successful external partnership demands professionalism, transparency, and deep respect for diverse community values.
Above all this experience and insight, aside from being able to handle and teach during our final demonstration teaching, the main anchor of our field study 2 journey was experience to participate in a school learning action cell session, where we took part in meticulously planning and joining professional development activities. This collaborative LAC session highlighted the power of professional learning community, where educators share best practices and solve problems collectively. We have learned that cost-effective, school-based collaboration is often more sustainable than external seminars because it relies on the combined activity of peers. Seeing the flow of shared experience during the session strengthened our belief that teaching is collaborative effort rather than a solitary one.
To be able to experience and observe firsthand what it is like to be a teacher, to collaborate and make connection with students have taught us many things along the way.
Teachers are not just merely there to teach their students. They guide them in gaining knowledge, values, and skills needed for their future.
Teachers are not only catalysts of learning because they do not only give us knowledge. They also give us their time and effort in making every lesson easier and understandable.
Our teachers are deserving to be respected, appreciated, and recognized not only on their special day, but for every day that they choose to show us their dedication and hard work.
As a future educator, we are committed to become an effective and compassionate teacher who inspires students, foster a love for learning, and helps them reach their full potential.
As we end this journey of observational teaching and learning with a grateful heart, we are now one step ready to conquer the next challenges toward our career as a future professional teachers. Just like what a character have said in the movie The Princess and the Frog, the only way to get what you want in this world is through hard work.